As Melanie reaches her teenage years, I thought it would be appropriate to share some thoughts about her and how she's developed into such an excellent person. I can speak knowledgeably about this because I'm her uncle and I've watched her grow since she was born. As many of you know, Melanie was born with a loving, caring, fun mother who was committed to teaching Melanie everything she needed to help her grow and thrive in life. Unfortunately, Melanie suffered the terrible tragedy of having her birth mother die before she was even 3 years old. As tragic as this was, luckily for Melanie, there was another loving, caring, maternal female around who took it upon herself to act as Melanie's female role model and mentor. Yes, Melanie's dog Brandy decided to step up to the plate and teach Melanie everything she could about how to be happy and successful in life. Brandy taught Melanie to run to the door when someone approached. She taught Melanie to always scratch with her back legs. Although it took her several years to do it, she finally taught Melanie to lick the bowl clean, and most importantly, she taught Melanie how to urinate without peeing on her feet. This is a skill that Melanie has finally almost mastered. While no one can say for sure that it was for the lack of mother figure that caused this, Melanie definitely did lack the maternal instinct that is innate in many little girls. This was evident when she named her first doll Baby Stinky. While many babies are in fact stinky, most parents choose not to name their children after this trait. And most 3-year-old girls don't name their dolls this way either. When one of Melanie's relatives finally found the nerve to give her another cute little doll, we all held our breath and wondered what Melanie would name it. This time she outdid herself. She named this one Baby Rat. When Melanie was younger, we would often bring her over to our house. She enjoyed going on the computer with me and using the paint program. Melanie knew that Rebecca, my wife, liked pink, just like she did. So Melanie would start making a picture with the color pink. But she didn't stop until the whole page was pink, with no other colors on it at all, not even white. Just a big pink square. Then she would make me print it up so she could give it to Rebecca as a gift. And it was exactly the same pink square that she had given Melanie the week before, and the week before that, for weeks and weeks and weeks. I finally had to tell Melanie that we ran out of pink ink so that she would make something else instead. Eventually, Melanie's father Dave found a great woman named Susan and married her. Now, when many women get married and move into their new homes, they want to remodel to reflect their personalities and tastes. They want to make their home into their nest. The same was also true with Susan. When Susan asked Dave about remodeling, he loved the idea about creating a nest, but he was hesitant. Eventually, he agreed to toss a coin to make the final decision. Unfortunately, Susan apparently lost the flip of the coin. Susan called heads, but tails came up. But wait a second, who had tails? No one else was around when the flip happened. Luckily, Melanie's father knew exactly who had tails. His dogs had tails. Yes, it was very clear Melanie's dogs won the flip of the coin, beating out Susan's hopes and dreams of turning her new home into her nest. So Dave decided that the dogs should get the nest instead. In fact, after close consultations and much planning, Melanie's dad built their dogs a nest of their own. So now in Dave and Susan's bedroom, the dogs have their own loft built about 10 feet off the ground, looking down at the master bed. Once we were discussing how Melanie's dad is a brilliant man, and that sometimes it seems he sees the world from a different plane than the rest of us. We quickly agreed that it was like the rest of us were on the ground floor and Dave was in the loft. We are all blessed to have Melanie in our lives. She has become a beautiful young woman who we are all proud of and love. As for extended family, we are thrilled that Susan and Tristan are in her life, and by extension, in our lives. We wish you all the best and many congratulations on your bat mitzvah. Mazel tov.